Hey everybody, it's Melanie, the Carnivore Queen. I wanted to do a video today on how to self-soothe. So a lot of people, including myself, are recovering from carb addiction and soothing yourself with food, specifically carbs. So, you hear the term comfort food, and it's a real thing to comfort yourself eating these, processed, super carby foods. They make you feel soothed in some way. They just kind of fill you up and make you feel loved or soothed or whatever whatever problem was going on. It helped to eat ice cream. It made it go away for a moment. So things are very different for me now. I do not use food as a tool to cope. I don't use it for fun. It is literally just to stay alive. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do now that are very soothing. And if maybe you're going through something and you need some quick tips on what can I do that's non-food to soothe myself in this moment, I'm going to share this with you. So my number one thing is take a shower, a good hot shower, like the kind where you scrub your hair like intensely with some good shampoo. And I mean, you like really dig in that scalp and you feel it. And then like deep condition your hair. Take an extra good long shower and really scrub your body head to toe with your favorite soap and a washcloth or some sort of exfoliating gloves. I know that almost like stimulates the body, and it's almost like it's like you're showering off negativity, if that makes any sense. It probably sounds a little woo-woo. So then after you take this super nice shower, get out, dry yourself off, put on lotion head to toe, put on some pajamas, and get a good book that is going to make you feel amazing. Something that's motivating, or maybe a spiritual book, something that, is something you really love to just deep dive into. And a really great book is really important to kind of get your mind away from worrying about all of the outside problems. And get under a blanket and read this book after you do the shower and everything. So that's like my number one go-to that I recommend. Another thing that I recommend to soothe would be to wear like the earbuds and listen to music while you're doing something that's creative. So I'll listen to music while I'm doing my makeup, and it's amazing. It takes me into like this other world, and it's kind of similar to when you draw and paint or do pottery or any sort of arts and crafts like needling and crocheting, things like that. It's like it works that side of the brain and takes you into this zone, and it really helps me. I think it would probably help you too. So another thing I recommend is this massage gun. It's like a percussion medi something. I'll link it in the description, but it's amazing to have like massage when you're really stressed out, and it just relaxes your whole body. My husband and I love using this thing. It's so good. It's probably one of the best things we've bought in years and years, and it can just take you from like a level 10, I'm super stressed out, to like 2. I mean, it just like relaxes the whole body. And it's a whole lot cheaper to have that than to go and get massages, because massages are pretty expensive. So that's why it's nice to have one in your home. Another thing, and this might not relate to guys, or maybe it does, I don't know. When I do something where I'm hyper focused, so for instance, if I do my nails, and I'm talking like detailed, like file, cuticle cream, base coat, top coat, everything. Like you really focus on doing an amazing job on your nails. That helps my stress level. It soothes me. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel really good. And I think it has something to do with maybe me hyper focusing on that particular task instead of my mind wandering and going to all these other places. Another wonderful thing, get outside, get in the sun, unprotected. I think they say at least like 10 to 20 minutes a day of sun exposure. Unfortunately, where I am, there is no sun right now. I don't think the sun's been out in like 2 weeks, and I'm extremely upset about it. And there's nothing I can do. And it's also like 2 degrees out. So, instead of doing that, I will do one of these other things that I mentioned, the shower, or doing your nails, or doing makeup, or doing painting, or some sort of project. Shoot, even painting furniture is super comforting and soothing, especially, when you're like hung up on something that you can't figure out, and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to do about this situation. It's like it comes to you when you get lost in this mode of like painting and drawing. So there's that. There's also journaling. I highly recommend writing in a journal, and you basically do a brain dump, and it can be anything. There's no rules. It could be an entire list of your goals and ideas, and then an entire list of people that you're so pissed off at, or regrets, or just things you're frustrated with. And then it could be prayers that you have for yourself and for others. It could be questions. You could write questions. I've done that, where I just write questions in a journal. What am I going to do about X? What am I going to do about Y? And writing it out, like physically writing, pen to paper, does something. Because I do know some people like to journal in their phone, or write ideas in their phone, or goals. I think that's awesome, but I feel like for me, it really helps to use actual paper and pen or pencil. Another thing, working on a planner is very soothing to me. So I have my calendar for the year, and if I just take some time and spend that putting in everybody's birthdays and different parties and events that are coming up in the future, it just takes my mind somewhere, and it makes it feel like, And again, these are all non-food ways to soothe yourself. And you're going to have different things than me, and that's awesome. And I want you to tell me what you do to soothe yourself when things are really hard and you're wanting to go to that, that habit of, I'm going to go get ice cream after work, or I'm going to go order pizza, or even I'm going to go home and my mom's going to cook me mac and cheese and feed me donuts and all these things. Like I said, since going carnivore, that's all gone from my life, and I have to figure out a way to soothe myself. I don't feel like we've been taught. Nobody told us this in school. Nobody told us that things were going to be really tough as adults, and that we had to find other ways to soothe than food or alcohol or drugs. Tell me what you do to soothe yourself. I hope that some of the things I shared with you can help you. And I will see you in the next video.